Hey guys, Cody from Icon Automotive. Wanted to do a little introduction to this, 2013 911 Carrera S that we are currently kind of getting prepped for a full color change PPF. So again, not vinyl, it's still paint protection film, so it's going to be much more durable than vinyl, looks 10 times better than vinyl, and lasts almost 10, doesn't last 10 times longer, but lasts 5 to 6 times longer than vinyl will. So we've done a lot of disassembly. Again, you have to think about this. The car is currently white, which means when you do any kind of color change, you have to be super, super detailed on trying to hide the substrate color. If it was black, it'd be easy. Doesn't matter what anybody says easy. But on white, you got to go 10 times further to try and mask that underlayment paint. So the pros are getting it cleaned up and ready for us. Again, it's 13 years old, so we need to clean all the cracks and crevices because we need to hide the film in all the cracks and crevices. Otherwise, you're going to see a bunch of white. So yeah, just want to do a quick little intro. We'll come back probably throughout the process, and then we'll show you the finished steps. Thank you. All right guys, welcome back. Cody from Icon Automotive. I want to do a quick wrap up on this super extensive project. So this is a 2013 Porsche 911 that was originally white. It's a Carrera 4S. And so what this customer opted for was colored paint protection film. So this is not vinyl. Remember, vinyl is super thin. It's not really going to protect the paint, and it most certainly is not going to look half as good as this. This looks as close to paint as paint can be. Much thicker than vinyl, lasts much longer than vinyl, especially in the rough conditions that we have here in Texas. So again, with it being white, it makes it even more difficult to do color change on. So if this was black, it wouldn't be nearly as difficult, because when you start looking in cracks and crevices, if it's black, if you leave a little bit of the black showing in a crack and crevice, it just looks like a shadow. But when you have a white substrate like this car, it makes it much more difficult to try and hide that white color and kind of not take away from the colored film job. So it turned out extremely good. Some of the details that we had to do. So on this car, quarter glass comes out. This trim piece comes out. Door handles come out. Mirrors come out. Doors came off. That's a little excessive, in my opinion, but we still did it. Headlights came out. Bumpers came off. We do all this, A, so we can properly clean. This is a 12, 13-year-old car. Cracks and crevices is going to be dirty. It doesn't matter what anybody says, it's going to be dirty. If it's dirty, the film doesn't stick. The film doesn't stick, the film peels out. Film peels out, you start seeing the white and it looks terrible. So again, we take these fairly extensive steps on this particular job to make sure that the film adheres as best as it can and you get as clean of a job. Because when you zoom in, if you try zooming in on an area like this, if they didn't remove this quarter glass, you're gonna see paint. You're just gonna. You're not gonna be able to wrap this properly, get it underneath this gasket or underneath this window trim, and have the film stay down. So, some other details, like again, the bumper comes off, these lights come out, Again, there was nothing but dirt and grime underneath all these cracks and crevices. We wanted to clean it really well, get the film wrapped underneath it before we put the panels or the parts back on the car, so you really don't see any white on this car. And then one step that arguably is, in my opinion, way too far is doing the door jambs. We opted to do the door jambs because we had excess material left over and the customer asked for it. And since the doors were off, that helped us a lot in doing the door jambs, getting them properly cleaned and wrapping it to where it looks really, really, really nice. It's really difficult to do this with PPF because again, PPF is 3 times thicker than vinyl. You can do more with vinyl with heating it up with a heat gun or a heat lamp and wrapping it in all these crazy cracks and crevices. You can't really do that with PPF. It's a completely different installation technique. And it being much thicker, it's just not as pliable as vinyl is. But again, lasts 5 times longer. So yeah, this is a mint green PPF from Miracle Coat that we tried out. Works really well, sticks really nice compared to some of the paint protection films that are colored out there on the market right now. It looks really, really, really good. Adheres really nice, doesn't really have much orange peel, super slick. It's got a very slick top coat on it, so it'll be even easier for the customer to clean and maintain. And yeah, very extensive project, but the outcome is really nice. So if you guys have any questions, just holler, but we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.